All right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, it's time. The moment has arrived. The grand finals is upon us. Let's head to Sleeping Giant and see who is going to go home a winner here in Warship Masters 2025. TWA, they've had quite a break, Zath. They've been waiting for many hours now to figure out who it is they're going to play in this match. Their old friends RESIN are back. Let's have a look over their lineup. Running a triple destroyer lineup. We're looking at Sakiko's hull here. Okay, a little bit of range action. Vile's Daring, more of a gunboat build. RPF. Solitude's Ragnar, again with the range, and no RPF on the Ragnar. Okay. Amugu's Venezia, unique upgrade. Kinemad's Henri Quatre, also unique upgrade. Have to look into that one. Howlu, Messi, unique upgrade, and Silverblade in a Bungo.
Oh my goodness, it's a battleship, everyone.
It is indeed. Talk to me about Resin's lineup in red, Zath.
All right. To the south is Resin NA's #1 team. We've got Eagle Lance in the Gdansk and Freiss in the Grozovoy this time. So they're not going to do the exact same thing that they did before, both using special commanders and their special skills. Remember that the legendary commander's talents are not available in a training room environment, but the buffed skills are. Peyton the Rockhider is in a Howlu. We've got Legend of Formula, also in a Napoli with Sansonetti. We've got Mabuki in a Venezia with unique upgrade in Sansonetti. Boomdiata in a Prince Van Oranje. And finally, Mad Dog is in a Z42 with Lutyens. With all the utility. Look at that. Cool.
Double Venezia is over on the 10 line, Zath. That's going to be entertaining to watch.
And both teams looking like they're going to do the kite away thing over on the C side on the 910. And they're going to put the bulk in the middle and the 1-2 line. So it's going to be fun. Solitude, you mentioned no radio location. So for Ragnar, of course, if it gets detected, it can stealth radar. So it can just pop its I-win button and see who's detecting it. But you miss out on that extra information you can provide for your teammates. Now, if you look at Sakiko is using radio location. So Sakiko found room in the build for that, and that allows Solitude instead to go for the range upgrade, and he can take reload for slot 6 instead of range for slot 6. I think that's the play there. Try to get the Ragnar's range out so that it can farm from medium to long range.
Now, one thing that we saw Resin do last game, that they're doing again this game, as the Venezias begin to trade shots very early over here on the 10 line, they're not diving the A-cap, right? Very commonly up in the tournament, we've seen teams just, on Sleeping Giant, they just crash the A-cap. Not happening here. Not from either team. In fact, I really like how Resin has defended this cap with Boomdiata and Eagle's position. We saw this literally just an hour ago in game 1 of their previous series, basically mimicking the same thing here.
I gotta ask, did Solitude see this? Trouble. Because he's gonna take 3 torpedoes.
Oh, he's gonna take 3 of them. Wow.
Eagle Lance is like, can I get him? Can I get him? He pops his radar and nothing.
No, he's out of the radar range.
Oof.
They're gonna catch a brief glimpse, maybe? No, they don't even catch the glimpse.
You know, it's funny because at the start of this, I was fixing to say that even though TWA had a break, a long break, because they were done yesterday early, right? They didn't play in the losers bracket at all that we followed afterwards. They've got all the time in the world to watch streams, yours, mine, whatever, download replays, replay renders, do some, tactics and talk about what the other teams do. We just saw Resin do the same thing that they did against Ayaya just moments ago.
An hour ago.
Yeah, an hour ago. They had plenty of time to watch either of our streams, download the replays, watch it themselves.
They could have watched it live.
That's what I mean. That's what I mean. And because it's TWA, it's EU, it's their, it's dinner time, just after dinner time. It's
afternoon.
Well, it's not dinner. Yeah, it's afternoon. So anyway.
Yeah. Well,
some of them were at tea time.
Ragnar just camped out right here. He's spotted now. Okay, now they're going to catch him on the Gdansk radar, but nobody has shots. Nobody can fire at him.
Well, Boomdiata's trying.
They know he's there. Boombiata he might be the only one who could sneak some shells over. They're going to try and hit him with the Howden bombs. They do get some shots on him.
DCP?
So they're going to try and cross-drop him here with the Howden bombs and the Orange bombs.
So many bombs, the game's not even rendering them.
Yeah, there's just so many. But Solitude has already burned through 2 of his heals, and he's still not at a third of his HP.
Mm-hmm. Well, those torpedoes do heavy damage.
What I love about Eagle Lance's position is he's like, we've pushed this guy back. He's a risk. We can grab A now. We can change our strategy enough to grab A. Poor Peyton Zath, 2 games in a row. Look at him just getting Dutch oven here like crazy.
Yep. And he purposely holds his DCP so that he can try to make sure he doesn't get set on a sticky fire from that.
Yep.
But,
It's dark in here for the moment. Let's see if these Henri shells put him back on fire. They don't.
Not yet.
They do.
Stark was
trying.
trying.
They do manage to bag A. So early cap advantage here going to RESIN. But the overall health advantage still TWA's because they have that bungo in the field, and Zath Silver's making a move.
Oh, that's right. I forgot they have a battleship. I'm looking at Stakiko right now. Stakiko is at half health in the hull. I see Silverblade marching down the 7 line. He was being shot at by the Grozaway Napoli combo, Formula and Price.
Okay.
And Peyton was getting some revenge shots in with his bombs. Didn't really do much though.
Silver is kind of set up here. It looks like they're not radaring the Ragnar. I thought they were, but they're not. It must have just been detected on the surface.
Yep. Silver shoots the island. Unfortunate. More bombs coming in on Solitude now.
Yeah, they're basically just driving him off.
Mm-hmm.
They know he's low on health. They know he's down to his last heal now. That last 12,000 HP that Solitude is wearing at this moment is all he has left in the game.
Look at Formula on the 1 line.
Uh-oh. Did he make a game return, Zath?
Yeah, he game returned in front of Kenny. You don't game return in front of Kenny.
Yeah, Kenny knows which buttons to push to make your game return feel sad.
Right. Well, either way, I think they've decided that they want to go into kite away positioning over here. So, okay, they do it.
There's no advantage for them to push on this line. They have the cap advantage. They're building a lead. The health gap is not massive. It exists, but it's not insane. So all they need to do is just, hold what you got, play smart.
Yep. Looking at Silverblade, looks like he's switching his turrets. He's looking to the left now.
Think they're gonna try for the Venezia?
I think I think that's what he's thinking now, because he really doesn't have a shot anymore on the extreme edge of the map, and Peyton is making sure that he's not by the flat part of the island.
I'll be honest, Zath, I'm a little surprised. I'm a little surprised they haven't swapped Solitude and Sakiko, because Solitude's heals are done. That's it. They know exactly where to look for him. He can't heal anymore. Whereas Sakiko has basically double his health and 2 more heals available. Why wouldn't you just swap those guys out?
Well, what they're doing is they're rotating Viles Daring into the mid, which I think is a better decision between the two. Yep. He's got heals. He's got the Hydro.
They're not the only one. Bungo is coming mid too. That's why he flopped his turrets. He flopped his turrets before he made this play.
Yeah, which also just feels weird.
He's lit now.
Yeah. Usually putting a battleship into the middle of here, this is like no man's land. I mean, basically...
It's odd.
It just gets farmed out. So I'm surprised to see them make the play here.
You know what I love about sending Vile with him? Vile's got his Hydro ticking. He's basically acting as an escort for this battleship with his Hydro to clear the way for torpedoes.
Imagine a game about fleet tactics and it happening in competitive.
That's just insane. That's just nuts. Now, info radar from Eagle Lance shows them Solitude and Vile, so they know it's multiple ships here in mid. Yep. Good information radar there from Eagle.
Yeah.
That's gonna give them the tools they need to try and figure out how they want to react. 2 minutes on the timer, 170-point lead here for RESIN in game 1. No casualties, both teams trading very well.
RESIN completely redeploying their eastern flank now. Boom Diata moving up, Mabuki moving up, Mad Dog coming into the middle. Everybody's getting sucked into the middle of the toilet bowl, everyone. This is going to be fun.
Yep. We're not going to Thunderdome, but we are going to mid, so it's going to be entertaining. Now they're bringing Sakiko's hull over. Now they're trying. Here comes the Ragnar Raider. They're going to try and RoboCop Eagle Lance.
Oh yeah.
Eagle's about to be lit right there. There it is. So now you've got Vile, Sakiko, and Ragnar there that could all potentially take shots at him.
And Bungo. Silverblade shots out now with the plane up for the better dispersion.
I mean, they're going to hit him, but they're not going to hit him hard enough to kill him, Zath.
No.
They are going to dislodge him, however, and flip the A cap. But that does not end. That doesn't do them any good. They're too far behind now. At this point, RESIN will still win the game before TWA does if nothing changes. TWA has to bag a kill to force the timer to swap over.
Indeed, yep. TWA needs a pick, but they can't really get an easy one. There's Eagle Lance is, I guess, the best opportunity. Ooh, Silverblade.
How did Eagle get spotted there? Did he open fire?
I think he opened fire.
Oh, that's a... why would you have done that? There's like 7 of them shooting at you.
Yeah.
He's gonna die. That's gonna be the pick. He's dark again, but it won't matter. There's too many shells falling in.
Why
did that happen?
I just don't understand.
I don't understand there either, but they might be. If they can get Vile in return here, they're
That's
gonna
what they have to
pick
do.
up somebody. They have to pick up somebody.
And Mad Dog's Hydro is down, so he doesn't have the opportunity to get involved. Silverblade shooting out in Mabuki's. No, at Boom Diata. Oh, look at that white bar. Boom Diata's the pick now.
Oh my goodness. Boom Diata's very low.
We're just watching.
Him?
We're just the battleship. He got bungoed.
Oh, okay. How could the bungo get a shot? Oh, the bungo could get a shot over the island?
Yes. I watched it come in. Boom Diata's dark
again. He is dark now. 15-point lead and growing here.
Mad Dog detected.
For TWA. Yeah, Mad Dog's lit on the surface. He's gonna have to smoke. RESIN needs a kill here, but I don't know where they're gonna get it, Zaf.
I don't understand. Oh. Well, now they need 2 kills.
Down. That's pretty well the game now. 20 seconds on the timer. RESIN was holding really firm. I almost want to go back and watch the replay there. I do not understand how Eagle got lit.
You know what? I'll bet he was clicking the mini map and he didn't have the control key all the way down, so he fired his guns by accident. Oh, yeah. You don't make that kind of mistake in a competitive play like that.
Not at this level of play.
Oh,
That's very unusual.
RESIN had this in the bag, and they just... Wow.
I will not say they had it in the bag. They were on track for the win, right? TWA still had to make some plays, which they did. But all they had to do was, again, they had about a 20-second lead on the timer. They had built up enough lead that there was not time for TWA to cap them. TWA had to get a kill. So what you do in that situation, right, is that you try to extend the game and force your opponent to make an error.
Yeah, absolutely.
They're looking at the timer going, we have to get a kill, which means we have to push, which means we have to take risks. And then you punish them for taking the risk.
Yep.
That's the advantage of being in the lead. And apparently, however we got there, Eagle opening fire flipped the whole thing around.
I don't get it. But yeah, the only thing I could think of
happened there.
The only thing I could think of is he was trying to ping the mini map and he didn't have his hand on the control key. That's the only thing I could think of. Maybe trying to fire torpedoes and thought he had torps instead of guns ready. That just feels weird too.
Yeah, I don't know. I'll be very curious to find out what happened there. It's possible. I think it's unlikely, but it is possible that the Daring moved up. Gdansk's detection is like 6'2", 6'2" maybe. I think he's out. I'm sorry, not Daring. Yeah, I think it's possible that Daring moved up and maybe spotted him a little bit on the surface.
After the radar was down.
after the radar was down, and maybe they baited him into firing, but I just can't imagine him making that mistake knowing that there's 4 ships out there trying to kill him. And his heel is down, and he doesn't have these, he doesn't have other teammates, and yada, yada, yada. I have a hard time imagining him making that mistake. Eagle's too experienced. But definitely something went wrong there for them.
So, something happened. And
yeah, you
can imagine just listening in on that Discord chat while it was happening and after. I mean, you gotta reset and you gotta move on to the next one, but you also gotta figure out what the heck just happened.
Yep. Well, the good news is, Zaf, right? We're in for a damn good series. If all the games are that good, this is gonna be awesome. Sorry, I forgot to make my notes about map rotation and who's alpha and whatever, so I'm scribbling all that down now.
That's all right. That's all right. We chose to focus on making sure that you all were entertained. So again, thank you guys for tuning in and being here and enjoying the show. We've got drops going for Warship Masters. We've got giveaways on both of our respective channels. Raptors is in his Discord. Mine is on my Twitch. And there's also bonus codes that are coming out every now and then. So feel free to, stick around, pitch a tent, whatever you want to do.
All right. Folks in my chat are starting to get their drops, which is about right. It's been about 90 minutes. So if you've been here since the beginning, you are probably claiming your loot about now.
Yeah, some people are saying that the compensation is 5,000 tokens, and I'm confirming that that's community tokens.
So, in other words, if you already have that St. Vincent camo, you get 5,000 community tokens instead of the camo.
Right.
That's really cool. I like that.
Yeah, so I'm trying to confirm that right now. Would be nice if, again, we all knew, but hey, okay.
It would be cool if they would announce these things in advance, but that's all right.
I think my favorite occasion of wargaming, why you do this, was when we were doing the cast, and we had to do it at home that one time.
This is 2020 then?
I think so, yeah.
We did 2 Kings of the Sea from 2020 from home.
Yeah, and we were on the finals, and we were told, okay, now Wargaming is going to go do an announcement of something, so it's going to take 45 minutes or something. But they didn't tell us exactly how long. They just said, it's going to be a while. And so Raptor and I are both like, well, what the hell do we do? So I grab my hammock, I set up my hammock, and I go lay down, and I just kind of doze off. And Raptor sits in his chair and just dozes off. I got a great screenshot of him sleeping.
Here it is. I can lean this thing back, right?
Right. Hey, he's like this. Just
nap time, baby. Let's go.
It's crazy.
Now, the other one that's funny is one of the years I was working King of the Sea remotely, so I'm like remoted into Prague. And it's the day's over. We're doing like sign-offs, right? And the power goes out here. My power dies, and so I'm frozen on screen like this. Because they caught me like mid-blink. I'm like in the middle of blinking or something. And so on screen, I look like I'm asleep. And so somewhere in the King of the Sea Discord, I think there's still an emoji of my face looking like it's like Sleep Raptor. I'm like, something like this. It was hilarious.
Well, and that same cast, if I remember right, I was talking about where we took a nap. I think that's the one where I was being introduced and I was saying something, and right then, bam, power goes out and I go down.
Yes.
Oh, the joys of doing official cast remotely, guys.
I was going to say, how many years did we complain to them? Your product gets better when you put everybody in the same room. And they finally started doing that a little bit.
Yeah, it looks like they've done for official, yeah.
Well, they have done. They start doing that for official. I mean, I went to Prague. I guess it's been almost 3 years now. It was October of 22. I'm almost positive it was 22. It might have been 23, but I feel like it was 22.
Okay.
That I went out there, and that was the last time I was a part of the official cast. Ever since then, they don't hire outside. Well, they don't hire us anymore.
We have not been invited.
We have not been invited to return.
Yep, that's all right. We do our thing. And we're happy to be here. Right?
I'm happy to be here. I'm having a great time.
Yeah.
So I get to hang out with a great friend and have fun doing shooty boat things. Like how it's not a bad time. I just resent having to get up this early on the weekend.
Right. I mean, think about it. You know, we don't have any teammates to get angry over or builds to look at. Be like, why is my head doing this?
There's no pressure on me at all. I don't have to be like poor Eagle who just, got hosed.
Oh.
I feel bad for him. But like,
I feel so bad for him.
If that were me, I would be absolutely just fucking wrecked, right? If that and instead, I get to, whenever I screw up on camera like this, I get to laugh and make jokes about being a professional streamer, and everybody just goes, "LOL, professional streamer," and it's like no big deal. Like I screw up all the time.
Yeah, we all do.
Exactly.
When you're doing this stuff live, it's really hard to, get it all right. Okay, what was that? What?
I'm mocking. Minnie said something in the team chat here, and Painsor's like, I think that's inappropriate. And I'm like, I think Painsor deciding what is and isn't appropriate isn't appropriate. I'm just yanking Painsor's chain over here.
Got it. I was just
he's
looking
a fun guy in person.
Oh, Painser. You haven't met the real Painser till you go drinking with him.
Oh my God. You can say that about so many of these CCs though. So many. So many. It's like, do you really know them? Hand them booze, you'll get to meet them.
The second day when I go up to, I think it was Ben, and I'm like, I think we need a well-being check on Painser.
Yeah, no joke, right? It was rough. I see things that make me excited, Zath. You ready?
Then let's go and cover the things that make us both excited.
Let's go. All right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, gamers of all ages, welcome back to Game 2 of the Grand Finals here in Warship Masters 2025. TWA versus RESIN. TWA up a game. Zath, talk me through the TWA lineup here as we zone into hotspot.
All right, well, TWA has Vile 9 in the Grozovoy without unique upgrade, so he's opting for both his torpedoes and guns. We've got Forward Unto Dawn in a Regolo. Hey. Repri 09 in a Z42. Solitude in a Ragnar with Jersey Mike. Again, same build as last time. Stakiko in an Henri with Honore. Kinemod is now in a Nevsky. Oh, that's a dangerous sight. And then finally, Messi in another Henri with Honore as well. All right, well, what do we got to the south for RESIN?
Well, we're going to start at the top of the lineup, Zath. RESIN going back to their roots, putting Peyton in a Montana. Excited to see this. Even and Zath checked out that build. He's got the reload mod, whatever they call it for battleships, feed the guns or something.
Gun feeder, yeah.
Might see a little bit of Flame Tana. I'll be curious to see how that plays out.
Oh, Flame Tana is so fun.
Mad Dog in a Z42 here, cranking the rotations out to mid. Eagle Lance in a Z42 this time, making the rotations down to C. We're gonna have all kinds of German Hydro in the C cap. It looks like. Frice's Holland headed over towards the right flank, backed up by Boomdiata's Prince Van Orange. And another Prince Van Orange, that is Big Boy 69. So obviously planning to drop all of the Dutch bombs on whatever poor, unfortunate destroyer happens to be in this sea cap. Rounding things out, Legends Napoli here teamed up, headed west with Peyton's Montana. Now, you generally kind of expect to see, like this Napoli-Montana pair, I would expect to see them maybe go south of this island. They are very bold. They're just pushing straight through it, Zath. They're going to be well spotted before long, I think.
Yep, I think so too. We're about to see Z42 double detecting each other. One thing of note, Repri 09's Z42 and Eagle Lance is Z42. have similar builds, Eagle with Superintendent instead of Mabas for Repri. But the big thing is Eagle Lance is using one of the I think it's Von Broik is the name. It's one of the special German commanders that's got a buff consumable specialist skill, which means his reload for Hydro is going to be faster than Repri's reload for Hydro and smoke and everything else.
Look at the middle of the map, Zath. What am I witnessing?
You are witnessing a Regulo shoving Nevsky and Ragnar into the middle of the map and asserting their dominance, as Puddin would like to say.
Now, I did watch Kinney get slapped a little bit by Peyton. That was no joke. They're trying to just destroy Mad Dog here, but I don't think they got the surprise that they were looking for. They're going to get damage on Mad Dog, but I don't think they're going to be able to kill him. It's
a really cool tactic. I think that's a lot of fun. But yeah, it's not going to do enough.
And look, Zath, there's going to be a very brief gap here, and then they're going to be directly into Grozavoy's smoke.
Mm-hmm. Ooh, Vile just gets a little hammered. Yeah, it's a cool idea. It gets a lot of assets up into the middle of the map where they can do a lot of damage or eat torpedoes, depending. I don't think those will get there in time.
No, those torpedoes are going to be a little ahead of everybody. Kinney's lit now. He was behind the smoke. He definitely took some punishment there. Ooh, poor Repri just gets bombed into oblivion out of the sea cap. He's bailing, it looks like.
Oh yeah, well that's double Prince Venerani for you.
So yeah, this basically this Death Snail style push through the middle of the map. This seems to be TWA's strat. Their C flank is nothing. Sakiko's Henri and Repri Z42 are not going to hold this back. RESIN already redeploying Big Boy's Venerangi to the west.
You know what's funny about that, Raptor, is we started talking about how boring the Death Snails are, right? Leave it to TWA to find a way to make a Death Snail anyway.
That was not boring, Zath. Now, Peyton, one heal in, was down to about 3/4 HP, pops a heal, and now is much more healthy.
Look at Regulo with Ragnar now going into the B cap.
Yeah, they're trying to push Mad Dog out. They're actually just trying to kill him now. See if he can stay ahead of it.
Well, yeah, Death Snail is fun to watch when one team does it and the other team doesn't.
Yeah. So far, Mad Dog is managing to stay alive, but it's going to be a narrow thing as more shells continue to fall. 2,300 HP, 1,600, 950.
306.
300.
Oh.
They're still fishing for him, but they come up short.
Oh. Quick, somebody on RESIN, press 9.
Oh, Kenny gets blapped there. Peyton living up to his name. Kenny down to 10,000 HP back there. They've pushed him well off the map. Or excuse me, well off the cap zones. So TWA's play for B works. That leaves them with the cap advantage here. RESIN on the back foot having to redeploy and figure out how they're going to get back into this game. Interestingly enough, though, RESIN overall healthier because they've sunk all these points into Peyton's battleship.
Well, sure.
But Mad Dog basically is effectively out of the game.
Mad Dog is effectively out of the game. Repri is still in the game, but doesn't have that much to play with either.
No, he really doesn't. $100-point lead and growing here for TWA in game 2. Plenty of time for RESIN to figure out how they're going to deal with this and make adjustments. Now it looks like they're going to try to focus out Legends Napoli.
I mean, you got to have something to shoot, and Hayden's going to take a lot longer to farm out, so I guess it makes sense.
Yep. Napoli he was on triple fires, but he's like, nah, to heck with you guys, I'm going to get rid of that.
I mean, the big thing about Napoli is you got to watch out for the secondaries, so as long as you're not spotted, who cares, you know? Or you're outside secondary range.
Viles Grozavoy swooning around, keeping spotted for the guy, keeping lit for the guys in the smoke back there.
Yeah.
Peyton taking pot shots at the Henri. That's messy, way over on the 1 line.
Yep. So once again, we have the Death Snail deployed. This is Vile's smoke that Solitude's just chilling in.
They're going to drive Peyton into this B cap, Zath. I'm almost positive he's just going to get in there and just be like, what are y'all going to do about it?
Yeah, I mean, okay, but I just feel like that's offering up a battleship for free.
Well, he's turning away, so maybe my assumption is incorrect. I'm curious now. Okay, I was going to say they're using the Regalo forward onto Dawn to spot Peyton here. Kenny's AP.
Yep.
Punishing Peyton for this turn a little bit because
for free.
Russian AP does that. Yeah, they can't spot Kenny back there. They're trying to get where they can. They're trying to work either Fryce or Eagle into a good position to where maybe they might be able to spot him, but they can't at the moment. Payne's going to have to back off. They've farmed him for about 60,000 damage here in the last little bit, and now they're just brazenly open firing him on the surface.
Yeah.
His next heal's coming up here in just a moment.
And that's where I really didn't like the decision to move him into B. I think he would have been better off just staying south.
Well,
clean up. He's trying to blind shoot Kinney.
Yep. He's trying to blind fire Kenny Mod. Kenny now has burned through all but one of his heals. Big Boy's Prince Orangi now making a play for this cap. There's torpedoes coming in for him. He spotted these. His Hydro's up. 200-point lead and growing for TWA. RESIN not out of this yet.
No. Ooh, Mad Dog. He's going to smoke and shoot. That's very dangerous. That's extremely risky. Nice hit on Kinney from Peyton.
That's very bold. He is well outside Kinney's radar range. Yeah, they do get some hits on Kinney there. They're going to try and keep Big Boy reset so that he's not able to flip the cap. But they've also put Eagle Lance and Fryce into the A cap, Zath.
I like that decision.
I do too. All of TWA's destroyers are just basically lurking around the B cap. That gives them limited ability to project power and potentially hold on to the A cap. So they're trying to, RESIN trying to punish them for this decision.
Yep. Now Kinney's radar holds him in position. They're going to continue to be blind fired now. It also keeps them there for torpedoes. And Eagle Lance doesn't have Hydro yet. Yeah, Fryce is in trouble.
If he moves now, he'll be able to, he can see it coming. He knows he's got to get out of there. Eagle Lance is okay. They are going to flip A. They're trying to farm out Big Boy here, who's now going to end up having to step off the cap. But when he backs up, will Kinney have shots? No, Kinney's had to reverse. Big Boy's having to get to cover here. And the Napoli legend still on the bottom of the map. His secondary is ticking away. He's actually having an impact down there. Big Boy makes it to a heal, but his heel's ticking out.
Mad Dog has another smoke available. I wonder if he's going to try to find an opportunity to use that. He's got to stay 12 kilometers away from Kinney. Kinney's now starting to shoot on Big Boy again. Eagle Lance caught on Hydro. Bow in at A?
Double Hydro here on Eagle, but they've got nothing to shoot at him. Nobody has shot. Okay, the honoree, Sakiko, probably has shots here.
Okay, so
now
they're
Eagle plays this.
They're keeping Eagle Lance there on purpose so that Peyton can have a shot possibly on Kinney.
Yes. Kinney is an important pick target for these guys. If there's 22 points invested in that ship, and if they can kill him, that's a big deal.
Ooh, shots on Repri from Big Boy.
Big hits on Repri.
And from, I think that was Boom Diata, and Fryce is now shooting too. And they get this pick.
They need these points. They desperately need these points.
Messi goes down.
Messi goes down.
Fire.
The Napoli finally.
DCP
but
down.
Legend is going out.
Wow. Huge kills.
Repri, they get Messi. Solitude finally bags the Napoli. But now up a ship, up a cap. The score has flipped. We're 2.5 minutes here from a RESIN winning game one. They got to pull Eagle out, Zaf.
Well, yeah, they do. But the problem is Kenny's got this thing called radar when his Hydra's down, which is he's using now. So,
but you got to do something. The longer Eagle sits here, the more likely it is that the Henri's going to predict correctly.
Right.
Although Montana salvo, Prince Orangi salvo going down range on the Henri.
Mm-hmm.
Nope, falls astern. Boy. Yep, Eagle takes another 1,200 damage there.
Mad Dog is so close to radar right there. Wow.
Mad Dog on 300 HP, still in the game. RESIN working on a lead here in game two. Forward onto Dawn's Regalo, now actually in a position where he could begin to threaten C, Zaf.
Yes. Yes, and you can see Mad Dog sensing this, and he's heading towards the C cap. He's got his Hydro banging away. He does also have his smoke available, so he's going to try to spot for Frice possibly, or for Peyton.
Yeah.
Peyton turning his turrets.
His torpedoes are going out in that direction, but they're going to be astern of the Regalo.
Yeah.
The Hydro's going to pick up the Regalo here in just a second. Peyton trying to get his stern turrets ready for this shot. His bow turrets already available. The Holland, that's Frice, is also rotating back that direction as well, just kind of hanging around mid. I think they're going to pick up Big Boy here finally. They pushed Kenny out just far enough to start getting shots on Big Boy. He's going to go out here in a minute. He's out of heals, isn't he? No, his next one's too far away, and he goes down.
Right. That gives TWA some time.
Game.
All right.
13 points between these teams.
Forward onto Dawn
90 seconds. Go.
He's shooting his guns. He just beached.
Oh! Regalo doesn't want to beach. You got to keep moving in that thing.
But Peyton, he's okay. Peyton's turning in front of these torpedoes, though.
Peyton's healing. No, he's not. He's out of heals.
He's out of heals.
Peyton's completely out of heals.
This is last heal right now. He just used his last heal.
Can he heal through it? These torpedoes are going to spell the end of him if he doesn't turn.
He does. He's okay.
All right. He makes it.
Bryce detected now. How did he must have opened up his guns.
Yeah, I think he probably opened fire here. He's trying to heal through it. RESIN clinging to a 30-ish point lead here. 90 seconds left. They're trying to radar Frice, but he's outside of Kenny's radar range.
Are we going to see a Regalo try a drive-by? No. Oh, Peyton misses with his first.
Oh, they're going to try and kill Peyton. They're going to be able to kill Peyton outright.
Yeah.
They can't afford to lose Peyton here. He's going to go down right here.
Oh, my goodness. Very good kiting by Forward onto Dawn.
Now we're only 60 seconds away from a TWA win here in game two. They need to pick up this Regalo kill. They can't afford it. Mad Dog on 300 HP gets spotted.
Yep. Well, at this point,
shell in the game.
1 HP! 1 HP!
1 HP! And 18 HP for Forward onto Dawn.
33 seconds. Bryce has to get in the
seconds. Holy crap.
Nobody can arc over the island.
No, they've got to try to get this kill. They're just fishing for him blindly now. Vile's coming in.
17
versus
seconds.
1. Insane. The Ragnar, you know what? Look at them. They're like, forget it. We're done with this. We're just going for it.
Yeah.
They're trying to arc shells over. There's
Eagle
arcing them over.
Nope.
It's not going to happen. They are going to finally kill Mad Dog, but it's going to come after the game is over. Goodness gracious. What a finish.
I mean, these are two absolutely fantastic battles. Extremely close. TWA managing to clutch the win in both of them. Damn. Amazing.
That crazy push through mid, Zath. I still cannot believe that they pulled that off.
And just a freaking Regalo just going, smoking, drawing on the map. Hey guys, I'm going here. And the fact that they couldn't make it work, it just it feels so bad. I feel so bad for RESIN. They were trying so hard. Oh man.
You know, we've said it before, and it's worth saying again. The level of coordination you see with these high-end teams,
Mm-hmm.
it just demonstrates the level of effort and time and practice you have to put into um, figuring all of this stuff out, right? Like,
Yeah.
I'm gonna smash these. You know, think about the coordination it takes to take 3 ships,
Mm-hmm.
keep them in close formation, run them through the Regolo, run them in the middle of the board with that Regolo smoke ticking, and then the Grozavoy's in front of you, and he has to know where his smoke has to start to
Yes.
keep going for this play to work. And if
Yes.
your opponents have seen this move, they know to try to cover the middle of the map with radar. But if you've never shown them this play, they probably don't know. And
Right.
man, they're in trouble.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Wild game either way. Guys, this is a best of 5. This could be it. This could be our last
It
game.
could
We
be.
could do this. We could do this in the minimum number of games.
It is possible. It
Or
is
Resin
possible.
can reverse sweep. Hashtag pray for NA.
Well, we haven't talked about it, Zath, but it's not like if Resin loses, it's not like they're going home empty-handed, right?
Of course not. They get stuff and things.
We haven't talked about it, but of course, even though CL and III have already been eliminated, they're going home with some cash. And
Yeah.
these guys, the teams we're looking at right now, Resin and TWA, of course, they're playing for their split of $7,800. The first place team, obviously worth playing for. There's a notably larger prize pool there. But it's not like the second place team goes home empty-handed. What a finish. That was crazy. That might be the only time in competitive play in 8 years of doing this I've ever seen a ship sitting on the map with 1 HP.
Sorry, I had to run to the bathroom for a second. While we have a couple moments, apparently Wargaming Official, they've announced the King of the Sea camo.
Okay.
So the camo is for the Colombo, and it looks like it's
Cristoforo Colombo.
Yeah, and it looks like it's an ancient Roman theme. It looks really cool.
Okay. Interesting.
Yeah. Yeah. So it's called what's it called? Salt and Stone.
Well, that's a very Roman thing, so I like it.
Yeah. Yeah, so I think that's a cool idea. And Colombo makes perfect sense. It's a ship everybody likes to play a lot of, so so yeah, so that'll be fun. But yeah, guys, remember, best of 5, this could be it, so stay tuned and we'll see. Raptor, if this is done, what are your plans?
It's actually a good question. I kind of didn't think we'd be done this early. Ginger and I have some plans to head out and get some things done, so I will probably just raid into you or whoever stays around.
Okay, I'll be doing after party as usual.
Yeah, we had talked about grabbing some brunch. We need to go to the hardware store and pick up some stuff to do. I've got some home repair junk to get done, and we need to go pick up a few things, and so it's like, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Chat's just now catching the end of that game.
Mm-hmm. Yep. I mean, are you not entertained? It's just...
I'm telling them, there's like the old joke, right? We always like to say, you only had 47 HP. It's like, well, I had 46 more than necessary. Mad Dog had exactly the required amount of HP.
I was going to make that joke.
Exactly the required amount.
I was going to make that... joke, actually. When you said 306, I was like, that's 305 more than he needs. And then that happened. I was about to say
There it was. Well, so kudos to Mad Dog, right? Like, not only for extracting his ship out of a play literally designed to murder him, but staying in the game, staying useful, looking for opportunities to continue to contribute. And then at the very end, Zath, he was almost the hero, right?
Almost.
Imagine an alternate universe where the 306 health destroyer is the guy who clutches the game for you. Like, wouldn't that have been cool?
I mean, we're talking about one shell hit for either team. It's just...
Yeah. When you get down to games that are close enough, you start talking about individual shell hits, you're looking at really, really good games of warships. Like, not the first time we've seen it, hopefully not the last either, but definitely a very real thing.
Yeah. So, I gotta say, this camo is dead sexy. Yeah. I'm going to be making sure I get my drops for this.
I'm looking for this announcement. Somebody was like, check the CC Discord. I'm like, that's not a thing. Maybe in the official? Nope, the official Discord doesn't have anything about it.
For what announcement?
For what the whole camo thing. I want to know what's going on.
I saw it in the Discord, yes.
It might be on the King of the Sea Discord. Did they announce it over there? Nope, not there.
Now, I just got word that they have announced the King of the Sea will be in November. So I know a lot of viewers from both of our channels have been saying, when is King of the Sea next? November. So mark your calendars.
Okay.
Block out November.
I'm gonna have to negotiate that with the boss.
Yeah, well. Yeah.
Well, we're hosting Christmas at our place this year, and we got a lot of work to do to get ready. So that, like I said, I'm gonna have to negotiate that with the boss. We'll see.
Yeah, and I think a lot will depend too on timing, right? If how many weekends are we losing? Because we just know November, right?
My expectation is that I might be able to do either NA or international, but probably not both. That's a guess, but I think that's probably where it's going to land. All right. I'm still trying to find this announcement. I've looked on the official Discord. There's nothing. The CC Discord has nothing. The King of the Sea Discord has nothing. I don't even know where to be looking anymore.
For the ship, I'll DM you the link.
Okay. You found something?
I found something, yeah.
Okay, let's have a peek. Oh, okay. So this is just somebody clipped a video. Okay.
Yeah. I'm sure this is the video they used for the announcement. I'm glad that they're sharing it too, so we can put it up too.
So it's a camo that makes the ship look like an old Roman bath.
Yes.
It's actually kind of cool. The tile work is neat. I like the style of it. It reminds me a little bit of the Gothic camo for Bismarck.
Yeah.
Which is one of my favorites, by the way. I love that camo.
No, the Gothic is great. I love the whole cathedral thing up in the smokestack and the superstructure. It looks great.
The superstructure is done like a cathedral. Like, that looks really, really cool.
Yeah. So.
Okay.
There you go. Looking good. So remember, teams have up to 10 minutes in between. I have a strong feeling RESIN wants all of those 10 minutes.
They probably need it, although at this point we're probably waiting on somebody's official cast or other.
TWA has said that they're ready. RESIN has not reported in just yet. Apparently there's an F1 race going on too.
I don't know what's going on. Somebody in chat asking how much longer the stream will last. Short answer is this could be the last game. There could be several more. We don't know. Even if this is the last game, the drops are probably good for a while. Let me have a peek at this. I'm actually genuinely curious to see how long they're good for. Survey says 7 p.m. tonight. So
Good. Okay.
So yeah, it's a hot minute. So yeah, several more hours. So even if the games are over, there will be folks streaming the tournament like Zath that will continue to stream afterwards that you can go hang out with them and keep working on your fancy drops.
Yeah, I usually do my after party, help people get their drops and stuff, and
Exactly.
especially for people on North America. I know a lot of people have been struggling to get their stars for the San Diego or the 11,000 doubloon compensation for San Diego if they already have it. So what we did yesterday was we played the operation all day. We played like for 6 hours or something. So
Nice.
Yeah. Yesterday was long. I did just over 12 hours yesterday. Last Sunday was a little bit over 12 hours, and today probably going to be 12 hours again.
Whew, crazy.
I love doing it. I just enjoy it, you know?
That's not, well, if you enjoy it, what else matters?
Yeah.
I will say I'm planning on streaming some during the day tomorrow. Of course, it's a holiday here in the US, and I'm probably going to stream some warships during the day. I took a look at one of the spreadsheets we have on the CC Discord and was like, oh, I should stream that day. So for things I can't talk about yet. But yeah, that'll be fun. I'm going to do some of that tomorrow.
Yeah, usually upcoming stuff shows up on the Monday before patch. So
Yep.
Cool.
Yep.
Well, we got a game.
But we're not allowed to actually say that. We do have
Say
a game.
what?
Say nothing. I said nothing.
Yeah, okay.
All right, let's check this out, Zath. It could be the last game of the event, or it could be the start of RESIN's comeback.
Right.
All right, game 3 begins, ladies and gentlemen. Zath, talk to me about TWA's lineup here as we spawn into Northern Waters.
Oh, we have Vile 9 in a Delny now. Solitude still in Ragnar with Jersey Mike. We've got Elysia in a Zhao with a Special Commander and Unique Upgrade. El Snackman in Battleship Hindenburg, because that's the best he could do, apparently, with Lutyens as his captain. We've got, and that's ranged, by the way, and Eye in the Sky, and all the spotting. Cool. Kenny Mod in his Nevsky, we saw him do that before. Turtverse, I think that's Zemensky. Messi of Wows is in a defense with, what's his name, Dunkirk. All the utility for that. And finally, we've got Stakiko in an Henri with Honore for captain. And Vile, I forgot to mention, I think that's, yeah, that's got to be Zemensky. So, anyway, there you go. Tell us about RESIN.
As Taylor Tomlinson likes to say, huh, that's your best. Interesting. Okay. All right, have a look over the RESIN lineup. Sticking with a triple destroyer, 4-cruiser build, Mad Dog's Daring. Leading the way over towards ACAP, backed up by Eagle Lance's Delny, and Peyton in a Minotaur, Zath. Oh, this makes me so excited. Can't wait to see how this plays out.
Look at this. Look at his build. Look at his build. He's got both incoming fire alert and priority target in his Minotaur.
Interesting.
He wants to know things.
Interesting. All right. Legends Napoli had a really good game last game, headed over that way as well. And so is Boomdiata's Prince Orangi. We saw him play this position on this map earlier in the day. Headed towards the eastern flank. That's Big Boy's Z42 and Mabuki's Zhao with Unique Upgrade. So a 5-2 split for both teams. I'll be really curious to see how the Rumble at A shakes out.
Yeah, Mabuki choosing not to take one of the unique commanders to get the extra survivability expert. Interesting choice. It's do or die for RESIN.
Well, with Des Moines banned, Peyton choosing to take Minotaur here instead. Vile leaving a giant smoke screen across the top of the cap. Solitude's Ragnar going to move right into that. I'm betting that Kenny's going to play behind it. Or is he going to dive it? He's going to push the radar up so we can see. They see Peyton. They see Mad Dog.
Yep. And I'm sure once they saw the smoke, they knew Kenny's going to show up there. So, okay.
Yeah. Mad Dog the target, and he'll begin to take some early chip damage, but he was already kind of turning out. They can also see Eagle Lance's Delny way over on the edge of the map. Now that Mad Dog's not showing them a good angle, they've decided to switch fire to Eagle, but he's out of the radar range now, so they swept back to Mad Dog. Mad Dog out of range. Ragnar lit.
Yep.
Counter radar comes in from Peyton's Minotaur here. Sakiko trying to dive the island, gonna have to make a turn here as torpedoes coming in. This is a similar play to what we saw Ayaya attempt earlier in the morning, Zath, with a Marseille. The difference is that RESIN's team comp is very different, and TWA seems to have executed this move much quicker than we saw Ayaya attempt it.
Yep. Yep. A lot of split fire going on right now. Looks like they want to take out Sakiko, but Solitude's on radar, so who do you shoot?
They're continuing to put shells down on Solitude, who's not even lit. They're blind firing him. That's Mad Dog just fishing and was getting resets. Sakiko now setting up on the island. And here come all the planes. As Zath likes to say, here come the aeroplanes. Nothing doing out of that drop, though.
Nope.
Looks like they are going to be able to pick up A here for TWA. And then they just have to set up and play some defense. No pun intended.
Yeah, I was just gonna say. I think the hard thing though for RESIN is the bulk of their team is here. So now what?
It is. It's 5v5 over here, and at the moment, TWA has coughed up a little more HP, it feels like, but they own the stronger board position. So it's going to be on RESIN to figure out how they want to break this deadlock. Mad Dog's daring, moving out to mid. What's that?
I was just talking about. You asked me about test ship Zhao yesterday, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. The latest code that just came out is Buff Zhao.
Buff Zhao. I love that. I love that. So true. Please. They've just tried all these little things and just none of them have been relevant yet. Like,
nope.
Oh, we gave it sub-surveillance. Oh, we gave it some of its hit points back. Oh, we gave it 12-kilometer torpedoes. We're still waiting, guys. We're still waiting.
Yep. Oh, we helped the torpedo arcs because it now has the light cruiser line.
That's right. It now has
turning torpedo.
It now has better torpedo arcs than it used to. So, all right, Kenny putting up another round of radar. They're going to catch Mad Dog out in mid as he's repositioning. They can see Peyton. That's kind of irrelevant. They're able to get some damage down range on Mad Dog. 20 more seconds of radar, but of course, Daring can weather this decently with her heels.
Yeah, with this going on right now, in my opinion, this is Peyton's opportunity to go into A. You got the defense looking away, you got Kinney looking away. This is the best chance that they're gonna have.
With the Henri sitting there, you gotta be kidding me. I'm reload booster AP and I'm dead in 12 seconds.
Okay, well, or you're dead in 4 minutes and 25 seconds. I mean,
I'm not saying there's a right answer. I'm just saying that I don't think I would throw the Minotaur away quite that quickly.
But RESIN's got to find a way in. What's their other way in?
I know.
At this point, you just praise. I mean, what else can you do, right? You just got to go.
Yeah, it's a good question. Now, Sakiko's Henri has moved up. Look at this, Zath. What is he? Why? Why you do this?
He's not afraid. And they know that RESIN...
unafraid.
And they're trying to take advantage of RESIN being a little indecisive with their ships. Where are they going to go? What are they going to do?
Yeah, a little overly aggressive here with Eagle's Delny, perhaps.
Right.
Eagle does get dark, gets to a heel. Engine is out, not on fire. All right, and the Legend is basically burning his smoke to try to move up and mimic Sakiko's position here. He's caught on the Henri Hydro.
Terrible idea.
Yeah, I don't think I like this play.
You got Vile shooting AP into him, and he's gotta choose to give side to Vile so that he doesn't take Citadels from the defense.
Well, and these torpedoes are easily predictable. Like they're gonna and he's dead. Like Legend's dead. He takes one of these and he's out. Bam. He did take the flood.
Yeah.
He's fishing in the smoke for a target that's not in the smoke anymore. So they can see Sakiko now. They've got these guys proxy spotted, but like, what does that get you? Basically nothing.
Mm-hmm.
It feels a little bit like RESIN didn't have an alternate plan for, okay, what happens if we don't get A?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, the Napoli's dead. Here come the torpedoes that end his life.
Yep.
Peyton now just open water engaging Sakiko's Henri. That can't feel very good.
No, well, that's all he can do. But see, go back to when I said go, right? That to me was their only real choice. They didn't. They hesitated, and TWA took another ship off of them. Okay, now you're gonna try? You know, like.
Yeah. They
Ooh.
do back Snackman's Hindenburg. That begins to open things up a little bit, but they've rotated Kinnymod back to try to play goalie at B, and he's beating the crap out of Big Boy in smoke.
Yes, he is.
Big Boy was on like triple fires there, and even blind firing him, Kinnymod takes him down.
Yep.
Boom, the out is Oranji getting low. And he's spotted, despite the smoke, he's spotted through the smoke because he opened fire.
Yep.
It's almost like RESIN called the wipe, Zath.
It almost is like they all just said, you know what, that's it. There's no way. Let's just have a Sunday. Let's go back to our holiday weekend. You know, like. Sounds like you're not the only one with things to do today, Raptor.
I guess not. It's gonna be a 3-0 sweep here for TWA in the finals. I'm a little surprised at this result. I mean, hard fought game 1 and game 2. Game 3, basically just nothing going RESIN's way here. They don't get the A cap. They don't seem to have a good plan of how to recover or get back in or what to do after that. And then all TWA has to do is take advantage, and they are the victors here in Warship Masters 2025.
That's right. That's right. Oh, I gotta do my fancy screen.
Yep, I gotta do that too. We'll hit the fancy little winner's screen here. But we came in today and we had the minimum, Zath. It's 9:20 and we're done. I can't believe it.
Yep. I'm gonna do it. I don't want to.
Don't want to do what? You getting me worried now.
Go over there and ask if there's any more games.
Oh, you threatened to do that yesterday. Don't do that. Don't do that, you troll.
I know. But I warned you guys yesterday. I said this could be over quick.
This could happen. This could happen, and it absolutely did.
Just after 9. Go back to bed, everyone. Wow. Okay. Well.
Hang on a minute. I need to come over here and do something real quick. And do that, and do that, and do that, and then do that. There we go. Oh, no.
So,
there we go.
You know, one thing I kind of like about doing the bracket thing is when you get rid of that one game, then you don't have a 2-0, like, oh, we're done in 2 games. So I guess technically we brought one more game back, but.
I agree. For doing double elimination, I like this better. And this is something that's been building for a while now, because we've had teams get knocked into the losers bracket, right? And then fight their way back to the finals, and then they win the grand final. Even though they start down a game, they win the grand final. And it's like, but the guys who lost that original grand final, they still only have 1 loss. How did they lose the whole event?
Yeah, that makes sense.
This format is more conducive to producing a true result of double elimination, because this way, the person who wins has decisively never lost more than 1 series.
Right.
So there we go. In this case, the person who won never lost a series at all.
Before we hang it up, Raptor, look at the point screen again. Do you think that now that TWA has found a way to death snail again, do you think that the smoke destroyers need to be more expensive next time? How would you change the tournament to make it a little bit more better.
Well, so looking at the destroyer points, right?
Hmm.
Harugamo and Gearing are already fairly expensive because of their smoke,
Yeah.
right? Yu Yang is expensive because she gets the flexibility. I can take radar or smoke,
Mhm.
and they're both really valuable in the right build.
Mhm.
I have no idea why Forrest Sherman is so expensive. Probably because American Smoke and SAP, but like
And Hydro.
and Hydro, but ugh, Sherman.
Yeah, I know. Right.
Ragnar, I think Ragnar is fairly reasonably costed for what you get. Same for a Smallland.
Mm-hmm.
Kleber, Marceau, I think Shimakaze's possibly a little overpriced, possibly.
Yeah.
And then you start getting into the 14, 13. Now most of these ships start to feel better. So what you'd really be looking at is the ships on the bottom half of the list. Do any of these need to get more expensive?
Right. Right. If we're getting rid of the death snail, that's all. And by the way, kudos to TWA to find a way to make their preferred playstyle work for it. You know,
super like high five to those guys. Like that's well done. And again, the execution it takes to pull that off is not easy. That takes practice and dedication. So kudos to them. They looked great today. I think Hoffman and Elbing being the same points is wrong. I think Hoffman should be more expensive. I think Hull is probably a little undercosted. I think Rain taught us that. I think Delny is perhaps a bit undercosted. I think Heels and Smoke should be valued a little higher than they are. I still can't believe Daring is as cheap as she is. Right? I look at Alvaro de Bazan at 14 points and go, but why? Right? I look at Shimakaze at 15 points and go, but why? I think Sherman is overpriced. I think Summers is overpriced. I guess in my opinion, the ships in the bottom half that have smoke and or heal probably need to get a little more expensive. And the ships in the top that lack these things probably need to get a little cheaper. Thoughts? Am I crazy?
No. You know, the one thought I have from this exercise, and the reason I wanted to just kind of dive into this for a sec, while this is still kind of raw and we're processing through
bring it up. I love
it. When players talk about, you know, certain ships or this, you know, whatever are unbalanced in the game, wargaming, why aren't you fixing this, etc. This tournament is the closest way to balance the ships in the game without outright banning them or restricting them in any sort of way. And what we found with TWA was they were able to make certain ships work for them and still play their game the way they wanted to play. Rain found a way to take the Hull, a relatively cheap destroyer, and throw it out there. And
do some really cool things with it.
Right. And so the reason I want to bring that up is I think it illustrates so well the difficulty in trying to balance a video game around so many variables, and as they keep releasing more ships, more lines, more premium boats, right, it gets even harder. So I mean, I think the organizers did a great job on this tournament, and I love this whole idea, and I'm very much looking forward to seeing Warship Masters 2026, Raptor.
This is one of my favorite tournaments, expressly because of this points list. I'm going to point the pen the right direction. This way. Hang on. Whatever. This points list is one of the reasons that I love this event, because while it's never flawless, it is, as you point out, an attempt by the organizers to recognize that certain ships are simply better in coordinated competitive play than other ships are. Some of these ships are legitimately better in random battles than in competitive play, and vice versa. And that's okay. Every ship should not necessarily be the best thing in every situation. So I love that that we have this kind of differentiation.
Yeah.
But I also love that it begins to highlight some of the differences, right? Let's say in what teams value and what those things are ultimately worth and how valuable they are in these environments. Like crazy how valuable heals are on lighter units, right? Look how many destroyers got fielded with heals. Delny getting a heal, right? Makes a big deal. Smallland and Ragnar and all these, like, because you know these ships are going to get shot at. You know they're going to be in combat. You know that they are important targets because they're small and valuable and low detection and so on. So
Mhm.
heals on these units should, like, a heal on a destroyer should automatically push it to the top half of a points value. Like, I look at a ship like Holland and think, why is this 12 points? Daring at 13. Are you kidding me? This is insane. These are very, very, very valuable, very strong ships for that point cost. So, you know, you could make the same argument about cruisers, but there's far more cruisers that have heals than destroyers.
That's right. Cool. Well, anything else to discuss before we make the transition and I wave my hands?
No, I think I'm good. It's been good to work a tournament with you again, my friend. It's been too long since we missed. Well, we missed a notable chunk of King of the Sea last year. I was able to work a couple of days of King of the Sea, but the schedule didn't work out that well. And then of course in the spring, we no longer have King of the Sea. And then I haven't even been able to make Team League in a while, which really irritates me because that's one of my favorite events. But every time they book that one, I get notice like 6 weeks out, and it's like that's too late for me. If I don't get 8 weeks notice, I probably can't get it onto my calendar anymore.
Yeah.
And that's one of the reasons I'm glad they're telling us now, like November. Okay, 8 weeks means I can probably work something onto the calendar. We'll see. So, but yeah, it's been good. It's been too long, so this was nice.
Yeah, it's been a pleasure, man. Thank you very much for waking up with me in the nicest way possible.
I'm not gonna lie, man. You are one of the few people on the planet that I would get up this early for. A lot of people would be like, "Hey, man, do you want to get up at 5 in the morning to?" I'd be like, "You can pound sand, right?" But when my good friend Zath asks, it's like, "I will suffer for you. I will suffer."
There you go. There you go. For people watching on either of our streams, if you're enjoying the competitive casting and all that kind of stuff, there are other tournaments out there as well, not just Warship Masters and COTS. We do have a German team league that's coming up next weekend. I'm probably going to be casting it, probably.
Okay.
And then the following 2 weekends after that is going to be the Warships Classic Tournament, which kind of goes back in time a little bit, and they put out ships that were released, I don't know how many years ago, plus a few extra guests. So that one's always a fun tournament as well. So plenty of competitive warships to go before even COTS to keep you satiated. So there you have it.
What's the date on the Classic Tournament?
It's the 2 weekends after next weekend. So I don't have the calendar in front of me, but
the middle 2 weekends of September.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let me pull it up. 13, 14, 20, 21. Yeah.
Okay. All right. I'll keep an eye on the calendar. It's possible I can maybe work some of those days. I'm not sure. We'll see. But I know that format really appeals to me as well. Like that's, you know, you and I have been doing this long enough. Something like that would be really, really cool and fun to watch. So that'd be kind of neat.
Yeah. Yeah. It's one thing I do enjoy about this game is there's lots of tournaments that are put on officially or unofficially. And Wargaming 1 supports either of those. And 2, each one has a unique kind of, you know, their own little special sauce that they put into it. So it makes it fun.